and welcome to another video. Yes, I am wearing exactly what I was wearing in the last video. I look the exact same, and that's because I'm filming these videos back to back. I work during the week full time, so I need to film on the weekends and take advantage of that. So if that bothers you, I'm sorry. And it shouldn't bother you, so let's move on. If you saw Monday's video, you would have seen that I did a video talking about what I have. I tried to go into detail. I don't know a lot of the detail because what I have nobody knows about, it would seem. So I'm sorry if you found it vague and not really helpful. That's just the nature of what I have, I guess. So today I just wanted to talk about the last 3 months, because the last 3 months have sucked ass. I'm sorry, but there's no other way to describe it. The 3 months have been the worst. So I just sort of thought that I would talk about it, get it off my chest, have a bit of a rant, I guess. Because I know. One of my big issues is that I don't acknowledge when I'm having a bad day. I basically go, people are in a worse off position than you do. You don't have a right to complain. And it's partly true. People are in a worse off position than you, and it puts things into perspective and sort of keeps you in check. But saying that you don't deserve to feel the pain and you don't deserve to complain, that's not right, and I have a real issue with that side of things. So I guess this video is kind of helping me it's kind of helping me acknowledge the fact that I'm allowed to say that this 3 months has sucked and that I've hated the past 3 months. That in January appears and I see my specialist, and she basically sits me down and goes, look, I don't even know. I don't know where we're at. I don't know what I can do anymore. I just don't understand. And that's not something you want to hear from your specialist. Now, I love my specialist. I'm not complaining. I love her to death. She's part of my family, basically. But the whole notion of your doctor being able to tell you basically, I don't know what I can do for you anymore, that sucks. And not having any answers, that sucks even more. So she goes, look, what we can do is we can do all of our baseline tests again and see where we're at. So I did that. In the space of 2 weeks, I had MRI, x-rays, a colonoscopy and an endoscopy. And so we organised that with her, and she said one more thing. The chemotherapy drugs that you've been on are not working. Now, when she first told me she wanted to put me on these chemo drugs, you know, that's a bit of a mind fuck with you, because you think chemotherapy, you think of cancer, and you're like, oh fuck, I don't have cancer, I'm not having cancer, I don't want chemotherapy. But they use chemo for a lot of different reasons, and I was having it as a tablet, and basically it was to shut off my immune system. My immune system is what makes these white blood cells. So in theory, we thought shutting off the immune system, no white blood cells. Shutting off your immune system is kind of dangerous because you don't have an immune system, but yeah. So we shut that off, and it was meant to be the drug that was going to help. It wasn't going to fix, but it was going to help. Oh, it was meant to be the drug, basically. And in this doctor's appointment, after I've organised all these tests, she sits and goes, look, I think we've got to take you off the chemo. I said, why? And she goes, well, it's not helping you anymore. How in God's name is that possible? Eosinophils are made by the immune system. Fact. If you don't have an immune system, how can you make eosinophils? Common sense. But I still was, and that doctor's appointment was so hard. Now I'm getting emotional. It was such a hard doctor's appointment. First of all, to hear that your doctor doesn't know what she can do for you anymore, and then to hear that that you have to do all these baseline tests again, and the testing I hate, right? It makes me feel like a lab rat. and they're not nice. So that sucked. And then for her to tell me that the drug that was meant to fix everything is not working, it's time to come off it, that sucked. It was just, whew, I'm sorry. It was just such a bad day. But I did spend the next 2 weeks testing, and that was the last 2 weeks. So I don't know what I was expecting from these tests. I wasn't expecting anything good, and I wasn't expecting anything bad. But I have my appointment with my specialist on Wednesday, so a couple of days ago, and it wasn't good. Like, all the biopsies she took of my insides when she did my colonoscopy and endoscopy all said that I had tons of eosinophils in my system. And they shouldn't be there. The look that she had when she told me was just utter confusion. And that was just the worst. And that's basically where I'm at now. We still don't know. We still have no answers. And it's not the fact that I have to live with this, you know. I don't mind living with it. I can. I've been doing it for however many years now, 4 or 5. What kills me inside is that we don't have any answers as to why. And when you don't have any answers as to why, you can't fix the situation. And it kind of makes me feel like the past 5 years were a waste, you know? I felt, at least when I was having all the hardships at school and felt like I had no one, at least when I had to give up the things I loved and the people that were my friends, because I had to focus on doing well in school because I had so much time off. Giving all that up was hard at the time, but I knew that we were working towards an answer, so it kind of made it all sort of seem like it was happening for a reason. And then to be told that 5 years later we're no closer to finding an answer than we were when I first sat in her office. So yeah, it sort of makes me feel like that the 5 years of my life that I put on hold and all of that pain and heartache was for nothing. That sucks. I'm sorry I'm so emotional. Oh, I know this video is going to be hard for me to upload, but I wanted to let you guys know where I was. And oh my god, look at how attractive my face looks right now. Look at this. So I just sort of wanted to come on because I wasn't posting a lot these times, and I've, you know, you might have seen, if you've been friends with me and seen my Facebook, might have seen that some issues were happening, and I've sort of said it a few times that I've been having issues the past 3 months, and that's basically where I'm at. I'm struggling with it. Oh my god, I've got like a massive tear stain down my cheek. I'm so sorry. Okay, I need to go and wipe my face. Please hold. Okay, sorry. I just needed a minute to stop the camera and wipe the tears away and just... I apologize. I do have massive tear lines down my face. Probably not a smart idea doing my makeup for the day before I film a video like this. But, you know, I'm not a very smart girl when it comes to these types of things. So, I'm sorry I got emotional. I didn't want to get emotional. I wanted to open up, but I didn't want to cry on camera. And I think this video is sort of just helping me process it, I think. It's not a very happy video. But we have bad days. And we have to be able to acknowledge our pain. And that's all I want this video's message to be about. Basically, it's okay to feel your pain. Never compare your pain to somebody else and say you're not allowed to feel this way because people are worse off than you. You're not allowed to feel this way. You're not allowed to complain, or you're not allowed to feel sorry for yourself because there's people in a worse off position than you. That's not the way it works. And yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go because that's enough emotion that this video needs. And I have a lot of stuff to do today. So I need to pick myself back up. I'm gonna put some happy music on. I'm gonna go and fix the snail trail I've got going down on my cheeks, and I'm going to get into the day. So I hope you guys have had a fantastic week, because fingers crossed my internet works. You'll be seeing this on Friday. So I hope you guys have had a fantastic week and you have a fantastic weekend, and I will see you guys next week. Bye. It is time to get into the nitty-gritty.